Hello, you guys. Today I am sharing with you another Mother's Day gift idea. Today I want to share with you how I created this look here. It is what I call my faux chocolate strawberry covered flower bouquet. It is so cute, so tasty, and very easy to DIY at home. Great gift idea for Mother's Day. Now what you're going to need to complete today's DIY are some flower pots. These flower pots I got from the Dollar Tree and they come 3 in a pack for just $1. So you can see how wonderful of a gift idea this can be, how inexpensive it can be. And I just love the fact that you get 3 for 1. And so I can do more gift giving to not just my mother, but my mother-in-law and to special women, on Mother's Day. So you can also get some styrofoam blocks like this from the Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is cut that in half. You're going to need some moss. I'm using this moss sheet. You don't have to use moss and you don't have to use the moss sheet. That is totally optional, but you can find it from the Dollar Tree. And how I got it to look like the shape of a circle is what I did was measure the circumference of the inside by finding something that sits in the middle. And then I trace that around the back of the moss sheet and cut it out. You're also going to need some chocolate. So I'm going to be using some candy wafers as well as some almond bark. Both can be purchased from Walmart. You would need some popsicle sticks for treats or either some skewers for today's DIY. Now I'm going to use skewers. I've already placed my styrofoam into my pot, and how I secured it was I added the hot glue to the bottom portions of all 4 corners, and then I set it inside of the flower pot. You're going to need your strawberries for sure, already washed, clean, and dried, and then we can dip them in the chocolate. Be sure to take your round circle of moss piece, add hot glue to the back of it, and sit it on top of your styrofoam block that is already inserted and glued to the inside of the pot. Now, I didn't get to get that on camera because I had to do this take over twice. Now, take your skewers or either your popsicle sticks and measure how high or how tall that you want them to be in your pot. And then break them or cut them to the desired size that you want. I do recommend that you do them in varying heights and also not do them too tall, as the pot is kind of short and it doesn't have much weight at the bottom at all. So you don't want it to topple over. Now I'm going to insert 8 to 9 strawberries for today's strawberry flower bouquet. And so I'm going to need about that many of my skewers. Then you would need some microwavable safe item to melt your chocolate in. Now this container here I got from the Dollar Tree. I love using this, but I'm going to use the shorter one also from the Dollar Tree. They come in like a pack of 2 or 3. These are great because you can just heat them up in the microwave and you can put your little almond bark in there like I did. You want to set it on the increments of 30, the first one on 30, and then stir. Put it back in 15-second increments until your chocolate is melted. Be sure to not overheat your chocolate. So about maybe 30 and 2 15-second heat and settings, your chocolate should be ready. So now you're going to insert your strawberries, your clean and dried strawberries that is, onto your strawberry, not the strawberry, but onto your wooden skewer, just like this. Just going to insert it. Now you could insert it with the pointed side, which is what I did. And then after I did it, I thought about maybe should have stuck it in the other way because then it would have been easier to insert into the styrofoam. It wasn't hard, but I just thought it might have been a little bit more easier. So either side, it doesn't really matter. Now, there's different ways that you can apply your chocolate to your strawberry. Now you can use the spoon method, which is what I'm doing here because my pot or my container is short and I don't have a ton of chocolate in there because for video purposes, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how to do this, and I wasn't trying to do it for my orders or anything because typically I would insert the whole thing into a lot of chocolate. and get a more smoother look. But to be honest, I wanted this chocolate to have some type of texture look to it. So I kept piling it on and I played with it. I want to add a little more chocolate to the side, kind of give it more of a floral look, not just completely smooth. I really like that look. Now you guys can do it any kind of way that you want to. You also want to make sure that you drain your chocolate like I'm doing too. Let the excess chocolate drip off. Be sure not to shake your strawberry too much because it may fall off the skewer. And then you can simply just insert it into a styrofoam block or something and let it dry. But if you're going to be like me and add sprinkles and designs to your chocolate, then you want to do that before it dry. So I'm going to take these little white pearls and I'm just going to scatter them onto my chocolate, doing so while it's still somewhat wet. And then I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to let it dry. And I'm going to continue on decorating my other strawberries. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more on camera for you guys. And the rest I'll do off camera. Once you have all of your strawberries decorated and designed like you like them, take your silk flowers. I got these from the Dollar Tree. You guys can also use real flowers if you choose to. For video purposes, I am going to be using the silk flowers. You can also add a little bit of fragrance oils or spray to your flowers just to give it just a hint of smell if you like. Just an ideal for silk flowers. But you know, silk flowers last a lot longer than the real flowers. But I'll let you guys decide which one that you prefer to use. Well, you want to take them and cut them down to size and then insert them through the moss down into the styrofoam block that is beneath it. And once you have as many in there as you want, now I'm not putting a whole lot in here. I would suggest you put just a little bit more. Make it as full as you can. Make it look. I didn't want to use them all for this video, so I didn't put a whole lot in there as I normally would. But I want you just to get the idea of what I was trying to attempt, and not to mention that this was about 11 something at night. It was late, I was bored, and I just wanted to do a little DIY for you guys and to keep myself busy during this quarantine time. So once you have all of your flowers in there, you're going to then arrange them and insert your toothpicks or your skewers with the strawberries on there as well. Now, an idea that you can do for the skewers, if you didn't want them to be white or brown, you can also add or wrap the skewers bottoms from all the way the length of the skewers with green floral tape, so it could give more of a realistic look. It will look more like a stem, or you could wrap it with green ribbon. Up to you. Not required, but definitely optional. And I do think that it would add a little nicer touch to it, to be honest. So you guys make the decision on that. But once you get them in there and you arrange your length of your strawberries to your liking, you can then embellish your pot with some bling or whatever you see, whatever you want to add it with. You could put a bow on there, a ribbon bow. You could add some bling. You could write some wordings on there, or you could just leave it plain. Totally up to you guys. Then you can put some cellophane wrap around it with a cellophane wrap with a ribbon. Great gift idea. Give it with a card, a bottle of wine, something like that. I think this would be so perfect and so appreciated to the receiver. So I thank you guys so much for your time of watching. If you enjoyed today's DIY and you think this is a great gift idea, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And let me know if you will be creating this look. You can make it your own. Do what you want to do with it, but this is the basics. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching and happy Mother's Day to each of you. So subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.